Okay, so welcome everyone and Happy New Year. So let's get started with today's list in the order of, I think, least to the best we will go. Okay, so to start with GGT, I think Jax sent this, I think. I think we had seen this earlier. We already have this support and resistance, and nicely I think it did not hold this support here, whichever was the resistance earlier. So this is a weekly chart, by the way, for GGT. So weekly chart, the stock has really come back from $11 to $8. Not a big correction though, but I think this is going to be the important region. So I think once it comes down to like 7.75 or so, it will be a good pick. So for it to really go up. Okay. So it is entering into this zone. If not like 855, if it finds a good support here, so then it's going to take up. But look at this. There was a dump, consolidation, dump. So you will see some consolidation here. So after this consolidation, we have to see whether it's going to get one more dump to maybe $7 or around $7. So if it comes to this, I think it will find a very good support. This is the best buying region, I think, $7. Okay. So that is GGT. And again, this is a weekly chart. So let's look at 4 hour. If we see, I think it's a dump, consolidation, dump. So now consolidation will happen. So only if it crosses 8.96, this region, only then you can see that moving up. So it is a buy above $9. Okay. So or else we will have to wait for it to consolidate. So let's look at SLI. SLI, let's look at the weekly first. Weekly, I think stock did consolidate here for quite, I think 2-3 years, I believe. So 3 years of consolidation, and then it went up. So I think this is the region where it is consolidating again. So it's going to be this region. So as long as the stock remains above $8 here, so it's going to form a cup. So it's going to go to $12.92 again to form a double top. So at this price point, looks like a good entry because we don't know like if it is really going to test that $8 again. Okay. So let's look at the last 6 months. Last 6 months, I think the stock is kind of consolidating here. So $8 seems to be having a good support, and it is heading towards $12.94. So the stock might pull back to, let's say, $8.70 or so, $1, and then you will find it going up towards $12.94 and above. Okay. So it's right now consolidating at this level.
Okay. What is the story about this? Is lithium because of the EV? It probably can go tenfold, or what is the expectation of this?
This is more an American company, Canada and American company. So
okay,
the expectation is US lithium, what do you call the ore is not exploited yet, unlike the other countries. So there is plenty of deposit apparently in the US region, including Nevada, California, and all of these. And this is one of the companies that is beginning to show expansion into US territory for mining.
Okay.
Yeah, I think right now the trend seems to be very solid actually. So at least for the last 6 months. Last 6 months, it has really gone up from like $3 to $9. I mean, of course, the high is $12. But yeah, I think trend seems to be pretty strong.
Thank you.
So let's see, like, if it is going to fall into this channel. So it looks like that. So it tried to break above this channel and then it fell down. So again, it's getting some good support on the bottom of the channel. So any pullback, I think it will take it to 12.6 or 12.94. Okay. Looks good overall. As far as Ford is concerned, I think it did break above very well, and it's consolidating between 19 to 20.5, that range. So looks like it's waiting for one more breakout. 2022 seems to be good, at least overall from the chart perspective. It is looking pretty strong. Okay, so that's about Ford. T, I think it did find good support around the 22 range. So we have seen at least the last 2 weeks seem to be pretty strong. So from the 20 years chart, if we see, it has really tested that bottom. So hopefully it finds that support and then tries to go up in 2022. Hopefully we will get to see it reaching 33, 34 level. But for that, it has to really get out of this wood. So 23.5 seems to be very strong support. So it has to stay above that. Okay. So that is AT&T, but it is at the bottom at least. So good from the maybe sell put and sell calls. So that's always good. Okay. Okay. STGR monthly candle seems to be a little different. Just a minute. Let's look at this. I think this was the place where it did find some support earlier. Okay. And it went above, and then it broke this resistance. I mean, earlier this was the resistance. So, but it did not act as a good support. So it broke the support and then started falling again. So let's do this. So right now it's kind of beaten stock. And if you're very convinced about the business model and all that, I mean, if the fundamentals are good, so I think one can take a look at this. Okay. So it has to hold this level though. So right now it's at 35. Just see, this is the range it has to hold. Okay. So around 30 range it has to hold. Okay, because there was a huge sell-off that happened here, right? So I think that has caused the problem. Let's look at the short term of this one. So there was a huge sell, I think, during the earning season. So this will act as a resistance now. So the current resistance is at 41. Okay. So if it holds 34, then the next target will be 41, where it will find some resistance and then it will come back. Okay. So just look for that range, like 35 to 41 if it holds this 35 range. Okay. Okay, Sawa, this is again a 4-hour, like 6 months chart. Looks like it has having the good support at this range. Yeah. So 41 seems to be pretty strong for Sawa. 40 range basically. So it has to hold this. I mean, after this huge spike here, so it has to hold this. Okay, 40 range. If it breaks this 40, so then you will see that to coming to 11 kind of a range. Before that, it has to test 30. Okay, 40 seems to be like, good range here. Okay, for a bounce to maybe 60, 70, and then it might come down. Okay. So unless some good news is there about Strava. Yeah, go ahead.
It is just stuck there. It looks like it is more than the chart. It looks like it's waiting for the information. Is it the one that had so they had something called some Alzheimer cure or something like that? Then somebody came and said, hey, that's not what they're saying is not true or whatever. Then it came back to earth from 100 to 43.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But what they're saying is another guy says, no, that's not true. It is going to be there, blah, blah. So,
right.
So it is holding its place, I think.
Okay. So it can go either way, basically.
Yeah, right now, it is at the bottom for sure. I mean, support level for sure. So if it breaks 40, then you will see more downside. And if it breaks this, the upper resistance level, so then maybe it will see some more spikes here. At least around 64, what we can see. There is some resistance here at 64.
Yeah, I think when the news breaks, it will, it will break out big. So you probably either you want to say,
right, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
The other company which said it's not true, they are the short seller kind of people, if you know what I mean.
Obviously.
Negative news.
Yep.
Okay. So AB has been testing this. If we see this is again a 6 months range. Strong support at 45, 46 level. It worked very well as far as the put is concerned when it went to that 57. Just a minute. Okay. So looks like it is finding some support. Look at this. The first doji turned green. So if it goes above 49, so then it will start going up. If it breaks 48, so then we will see more downwards, because it has multiple supports like 40 and then a very good support at 36 if it breaks 48 range. So I would look for this range. So if it goes above this box positive, below this box negative.
Fundamentally, nothing has changed for this stock. Just that financials did get beaten up a bit recently.
So they reduced their. I think they had increased this to 91 cents dividend, and then maybe 2 cents they reduced in November, I think. I don't know.
It's still a healthy dividend.
Yeah, it's really a healthy dividend considering the stock price. Yes, definitely yes. Like Lenovo or any other stocks if we consider, it's almost giving the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so AB again, for a new entry will be good if it is above 49. So or else you have to wait for it to kind of consolidate. Okay, so Verizon, I think all of these T and Verizon, so they're getting beaten up like this. Looks like it has a strong support in this region. So it has to hold actually. It has to hold and it has to take a turn. So hopefully it will test this 48 once and then it will start going up most probably. But right now I think health seems to be like, weak. It's looking pretty weak, but let's see 2022 if it finds a good support at 48 or 50, so then comes back, that will be great. Okay. So both, I think overall communication like Viacom, AT&T, Verizon, I think all of them are kind of beaten. Even Disney and all of this, right? Streaming and communication that kind of impacted at this moment. Hopefully 2022 they will find part of the sector rotation. They'll find some good support. So PFE, pretty strong. So at this moment, as expected, I think it did break out very well. Okay, and it is continuing to make this new consolidations here, right? Look at this for 4 hour, like 6 months. So nice consolidation around 51 level. Then next consolidation around this 55 level. And now it's trying to break above 62. It has to break out. So looks like it is making some nice cup and handle patterns. So overall seems to be pretty healthy at this moment. Okay. So even here, if we see the weekly, I mean the daily one. So again, it did find good support. So look at it. The first hike energy has come. So hopefully we will have some good start for the year. So that is PFE. Zillow, I think it is finding that support between 52 to 62. So that is the range that it is going. I think it will do that kind of a journey like everywhere, like, look at this previous history for that. So here also it did consolidate in this range, right? So almost like 85 to 100, like $15 range. And here also it did consolidate very well between 100 to 130 maybe. And it did consolidate here. So right now it is in consolidation phase. So if it crosses about 66, then it will go up. Or else you may see that to come down to 52 and then go up to 62. So right now it is in this range. Maybe the smaller range is like 58 to 66, that $10. Or the longer range is going to be like 52 to 66, like around $18, $18 to $20 move. Okay. But anytime if it comes down to 52 and if it holds 52, so it will go up. But right now seems to be pretty strong at this level. Okay. But a huge sell-off happened here. So that is one volume we need to be careful of. So if they want to push this down a bit before climbing up. So if we look at its 10-year chart, this is a monthly chart. So it did find a good support here, right? So around 52 seems to be pretty strong support that Zillow has. So it's a safe entry at this moment, looks like. Okay. It's a safe entry whenever it comes down around 52 level. So after this long week, so the week reduced. So hopefully this month we will find some doji kind of a candle here in Heiken, actually, not in the regular candle what I'm talking about. So it has to find something like this here. So hopefully January we will have to see whether it comes above the 66 level or not. Okay. So that is Zillow. So this is MRK. MRK also is in the, that is monthly range. So this is a daily chart. Again, pretty solid consolidation between this range. So almost like 74 to like 85, 90 level. So very good support. I mean, the very good consolidation. So if it crosses like 85 or 90, then nothing like it. If it stays above 90, then it's going to see some good movement actually. Okay. So it has done even in the past, like it has consolidated here. Look at this. So I think the same kind of consolidation is happening here. So again, it's coming up. So this is a 2 weeks green candle. So looks like it's heading towards 85 level again. Okay. So it's in a consolidation phase. That is a good thing to know. So you have to build your strategy around this consolidation range. But remember, consolidation has happened like for pretty good time, like almost for 1 year. Okay. Yeah, almost from this place. Right? I mean, which month is this? Yeah, around here. So last September, October of 2019. So from there till now. So pretty good consolidation range. Okay. When will be the let's
Why all of this bio? It looks like they have. Yeah, even I saw in the mRNA and Nova and everything. They struggle in spite of having looks like it's a slam dunk. They have all these vaccines and everything, and they're buying, making billions, and still start struggle. And there's always somebody comes and shorts this.
right. Yeah.
It's a
The
struggle.
But
Mark,
again, if you
Mark,
look
look
at
at that.
the long term, right, of Merck, imagine like the day it crosses 96, nothing like it. It will easily touch like 130. Okay. So that is the range
Right.
you can see here. Seems pretty strong. I mean, it is the consolidation range, right? And we don't know like how long they will take to really consolidate. But
Right.
it is consolidating very well after this. Let's look at the range, what we can expect. The date. Sorry.
Right. After the drug news, it went to 90, right?
Yeah,
After that, they brought it down all the even less than where it took off.
yeah. I think that is to take out the weak hearts, maybe. So,
Jairam, for the same reason I got tired. I got out of MRK. I was a holder of MRK, but
Right.
yeah, I know you were you were accumulating.
Looking at it, Sam, Sumant, I don't have that much patience at all, like the way you guys have, and it really makes me feel sick. Holding in, and you're looking at so many other moving up, like the class of the world. Why the hell I need this? That's how I ask.
But Jairam, at the same time, I don't see these stocks tanking like crazy. So
Yeah.
if you see the risk and the volatility is very low. So
Right.
it depends on what you want to do in your portfolio. You want to have a small portion or some 5% allocation to such low volatile stocks, which is not a bad idea.
Right.
It's okay. Yeah, it depends on how.
Yeah, just get it or sell some calls, or if they have some dividend deal, collect it.
That's it.
I think
just collect some dividend, 2 to 3% at least.
Yeah, right now, once they're in the consolidation phase, that is the best thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So right now it is consolidating. So let's see 2022, if it crosses 86, then the next target will be 120. Easy target will be 128 for MRK. Okay. Let's look at the TDOC. Seems to be getting some good support here. Yeah. So 85 is a very good support for TDOC. So as long as it's 85, it will be a good buy. So if it crosses 85, so then the next support is at 68. Okay.
It's been quite active also, right? Volume is significantly, at least in the last.
Right. So look at this. Nice, kind of consolidation happened, but it broke the consolidation. I mean, after consolidation, it did break that 130. So I think pretty big move, like from 200.
The only person who's buying is Kathy Ark. She's buying like crazy.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah. So
this is really the rock bottom.
Right.
The change.
Yeah.
From $390, man.
Yeah. This is pretty, I mean, at least if you see this, pretty strong support here, right? Like 85s. It's going to, at least it's going to stay for there for some time, at least. So in this region, if it is going to consolidate, right? This is the
Actually, I'm going long on this one. I mean, from a user's point of view, people who have adopted the solution, right? They're not going to go away from the solution.
Right.
They're going to continue. So the volume is going to continue. The revenue, whatever they have, reason why it has to go down. But yeah, the market is pulling it down.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, Girish. I think it's just the beginning of the change in this medical industry.
That's right.
So fundamentally, they're doing something totally different. They're trying to tie up with all these tracking devices and other stuff, and automatically trying to do preventive medicine for you. Like if they find something wrong, any doctor from anywhere can call you and take care of you. I mean, they have a different vision, and that's why Kathy is putting all her money there.
And also in this space, apparently TikTok is the leader. There is nobody else.
Correct. She thinks it's going to be here for a while. So that's why see her percentage of owning. I think this is her highest holding next to Tesla, I think.
Oh, is it? Wow. I mean, even from the chart perspective, if we see, like, look at its consolidation here, like, and then it did break out here, right? Of course, the good volume was here at 130 level, but 85 seems to be pretty strong for sure. Okay. So TDOC testing its support at 85. So if it holds 85, so then the next move will be to 120. Okay. Okay, Rblx. Let's look at this one. It seems to be interesting. Let's look at the day chart. So 94. This looks good. Okay, so here, so this will be the range for it to consolidate. So if it falls below 95, so then you're going to see that testing 78, around 80 range again. If it crosses this 100 again, right, 103, if it stays above that, then we might see this. Just a moment. So short term, if it goes above 103, again, it has to break this resistance line here for it to really break out. So, or else if it breaks 95, so then you will see some downwards here. Like this is the support, I think. I'm talking about short term here. So 86 seems to be pretty good support short term. And it has to really, I mean, the buy will be good only if it stays above 103 and if it really breaks out of this line, the resistance line. Okay. So just look for this resistance and the support here, 95 and 105 maybe. Okay. Okay. Doku. Doku also, I think, nice consolidation and dump. Just a minute. Yeah. 131 seems to be good support. But if it crosses 131 again, yeah. So right now, this will be the range for it. So if it breaks 132 level, so then it's going to see that 90s again. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has to really hold this 155 and has to retest 186. So if it holds 155, this current range, then it will retest 186. If it fails here 155, so then you can see 130, and any break, it will come towards 90. It could be kind of a Zillow kind of a,
Yeah.
maybe it might become
All
like
of the stocks, great stocks, and
yeah,
cut in half, man, half, 70%. I mean,
right.
somebody by any chance bought at the top, they'll be literally
Yeah,
crying.
correct, yeah. Okay, I mean, without stop loss for sure. Yeah, so this
even if you have stop loss like this, you can see
it's a
that
big
from
one, a big move, like sudden
I
move.
mean, it doesn't matter. Even if you
After
have
hour,
stop
it
loss,
fell
you can feel
$100
that.
or something one day.
Right.
There's no way stop loss would have helped.
Yeah. So the 240 was a major break actually.
Breakdown.
Yeah, it was a major breakdown here around 240. But seems to be, I mean, 130 seems to be pretty good support level. But only my worry is like with this huge volume, so they usually make the stock fall below that, and then they'll try to push it up. Okay. So, but I think 90, 85, 90 will be that will be the solid thing for this stock. So let's keep an eye on 155 and 130. So those are the two the areas for DocuSign. Okay. So coin. This is a day chart. So nice range that it is going. So good range between 250 to 285. So that will be the range. It will kind of oscillate for some time. I think it did oscillate here. You see carefully. So there was some oscillation here in this range, that is 225 to 248. And then the another range is this. Okay. So right now it is going to oscillate between 250 to 280. So that is the range it has to hold. Okay. So in case of Bitcoin, and I mean, if the coins, of course, 2022, the volume will stay back. So 248. So it has to kind of hold that. So let's see how it's going to perform. But keep an eye on coin at 250 level. And the next resistance will be 280 level. Okay. So you can make your strategies around that. Lily, again, uptrend is there. So every time if you see the non-horizontal line here, so very good support. So each support
this is my
bouncing.
Recent crush stock. Actually, I have a crush on this. It's
so
good. It's one of those.
Chart is very good. Chart is very
good. Stocks to buy.
Right. So as long as it holds this 270, I mean this range, then it's going to see more, up. You can see just a minute. Let me see where the resistance is. So the resistance will be around like 324, this range. Okay. So you might see some resistance there. So it might fall in case if it really touches that. Okay. Perfect. It's not in channel, I mean, perfect channel though, but definitely there is some resistance what we can see here. Okay. But overall stock seems to be in good shape technically. Okay, let's look at NVIDIA is consolidating, huge range. 270 to 330. So that is the range. It is currently getting consolidated. Let's look at the 4-hour chart for this one. Yeah. So any pullback to 270 will be a good buy if it bounces. But if it breaks this 270, then it has to retest 230 level. Okay. So let's see if it is really going to kind of form another arc type of a thing and falls here. So strong support around 270. So in case if it falls to 265, it's better to exit and re-enter maybe around 230 level. Okay. Okay, let's see how the chip stocks semiconductors will do in the coming year. Microsoft, strong resistance here, if we see. Strong resistance at 345. So for it to really break above, we need some news here, or else it is going to consolidate in this range, 320 to 340. So one can make strategies around that. Okay, so nice breakout here at 295 level, then to 350. So it has to now rest for some time between 320 to 350. Okay. Okay, let's look at Facebook. Okay, let's take out some of these things on Facebook. Oh, sorry. Okay, we are good at those levels. Okay. So Facebook at 300 is always a good buy. A nice support on that 300 level. But after that, I think it is in this channel here. So as long as it obeys this channel, so it is going to retest 385. Okay. So though it looks, let's see. Yeah. So good. I mean, there is a resistance around 350 here for it. In the short term, if we see there is a resistance at 350. So if it doesn't cross 350, then you might see like 325 and then to 300 around this level. 300 to 311 will be a very good range for buying opportunity. I think this will be the range. Okay. So with this resistance here, 350 resistance. Okay. So 350 resistance and 300 to 310 will be a good place to kind of re-enter, I think. Let's move on to the Adobe. I think it did obey that resistance line here. So every time it touched the resistance and then it came back to the support level around 533. So that seems to be acting like a very good support. Look at it. So beautiful. This is the resistance. It did not cross that. So it broke and then it's back to 533. Hopefully the selling has reduced and it holds this 535 range. Then it has to retest maybe 750 or so again. Okay. So overall, I think the trend seems to be up. Hopefully it will continue that trend here. So let's see whether this portion, the second channel, right, the smaller channel, so whether it obeys the upper end of this channel or the lower end. Okay. But right now it is in a pullback mode and hopefully it takes turn. Okay. So just wait for the confirmation for it to really turn here. Let's look at it's a small, I mean, though it's a 4-hour chart. Looks pretty solid here, 535 to 550 range. Okay, that's Adobe. Then comes our Tesla. So Tesla is in this range here now. Hopefully, sorry. Okay. So right now it kind of formed on shoulder and then head. It's kind of inverse head and shoulder kind of thing. It's happening here. So this is going to be a shoulder and it's forming a head, and let's see if it forms another shoulder here. So for that, it has to come back to 1000 and or 900 to 1000, that range, and then it has to go up. Okay. So right now it is in a consolidation phase. Okay. So I don't think we can expect a huge move at this moment, but looks like if it forms this head and shoulder kind of a pattern, so then 1250 will become its neckline, I think. So then it can go above the 1250 if it really breaks. Okay. But otherwise, like, seems to be pretty strong. I mean, having pretty strong support at this level now.
Where it is right now?
Pardon?
So where it is right now is the strong support?
The strong support is at 898, around 900.
Okay.
So 900 is a very good support, and 980 will be a time where it is going to form another shoulder, hopefully. Something like this, right? So let's see if it forms that inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay.
They had a very good report of the for this quarter. I'm pretty sure it will be up tomorrow. Just easily $30. I don't know whether to hold or not. So that's what I was thinking. What is the chance of breaking out now based on the news, or okay? At what point you think if it stays above, will continue to move upwards?
Okay. That is the 1-1. It's like 1-1-1. You can consider that range. If we see
11-10,
this is another range. What you can see here, if we consider this as a downward channel,
right?
And if we consider that as a kind of a breakout out of this channel, sorry. So if it really breaks this channel and then goes up, right? So again, it is going to be this range. To make it simple. So this is the range, what we can see as really going up to 1243. So it has to cross this 1090 to 1111 or something. So if it crosses this, then it will be very strong move. Or else it can come down. Okay.
So let's say if the news is really taken positive by the market, if it stays above 1110 tomorrow, so you think it will continue to march upwards towards 1250 or something?
Yeah, if it holds. Yeah, if it holds. But usually it will be sell the news, right? So
exactly. That's exactly true. And also, market had expected very low number. Yeah. Even I also had thought, because they had said last, you remember previous quarter, they would always rush it towards the end and beat it by huge margin. Right. But this time they said, we're not going to do that anymore. But still they crushed it. So that means that's really good news for the stock. I don't know whether it has staying power. So we'll see tomorrow.
So yeah, I mean, of course, the market really opened very well, strong today. So hopefully it will remain strong and boost a lot of the stocks.
So the market is up?
Yeah, market went up actually. I will see that soon, right after this. Okay, coming to our Amazon. Okay. So again, after we draw this green, it is not ready to come out of this, right? Let's reduce our green here a bit. It's still green. Yeah. So basically, it is again in consolidation. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to consolidate here from 3,100 to 3,400. Pretty good consolidation. Hopefully this time, if it crosses this 3,450 or that range, so you will see that reaching the 3,770 and then up. Okay. So right now, this is the home for it. Okay. So it has to cross this and then get into this home. That is 3,450 to 3,750. So that $300 range. So let's see. January month, we will get to see hopefully we will get to see the 3,050 to 3,750, the new home for Amazon. Okay. Perfect. So I think we're done. So that's the last one, I believe. Amazon was the last. Yeah. So I think overall, okay, let's look at what happened to the ES. So it did, look at it. Almost it went all the way to 3,785. So great support. Looks like this is the resistance it is trying to get out of it. 3,776 looks pretty good. It is not ready to fall below this 3,750, I think. So 3,760. This is I'm talking about, sorry, it's a 1 minute. Let me go back to 1 hour. So if it is 1 hour, I'm just looking from the short-term perspective, okay? So this will be our range, like 3,741 to 3,780, around this range. Okay, so the tight range will be 3,760 to, 4,760 to 4,778. So if it holds this 4,776, so that will be ultimate. So if you look at the SPY, that will be easy for us to kind of follow. Too many things. Okay. So the SPY like 455 seems to be pretty strong support for this one. So it should not fall below 455. It has to stay above 472. Sorry. Yeah. So if it stays above 472, so then you can expect maybe the move towards 485. And this is a short range, what we can think of at this moment. Hopefully tomorrow it will try to meet that expectation. So around 485, 488, that range, I think. Around 488. So 100 points. So hopefully next week, let's see out of this 3 support lines what we have, where it stands. Okay. So hopefully with the green opening today, hopefully it has to stay above that. Okay. So that is pi. Right. This is the candle, like 475 to 477. That's where it went, I think, today. So overall, looking for a bullish start for the year. That is the expectation with all the stocks falling. So many stocks are in bottom range, right? So if all of them start coming up, so nothing like it. So hopefully we will see some good positive momentum the first week of the year. Okay. Okay, I think we are on top of the hour, exactly at 7. Anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think you answered exactly the one I was asking. What is your thinking for the coming week or coming month? It looks like it's going to be bullish at least for a short term. But every goddamn person who comes there, they want correction. Correction. I mean, you're so sick of listening to these people, honestly.
I think we have to go by sector, Jairam, because if we see last few months, all the time, especially after August, right?
Right.
We've been seeing sector-wise rotation. Like, though entire 2020, like all the COVID was there, everything. So we expected PFE to really perform well. It did not. So only in the last 6-7 months, it's going up. So, and it's like, especially the communication, it's very much beaten up, and especially all this fewer TV, that TV, everything, like, all of those stocks have the crust actually. So be Tilray or, any of those kind of stocks, like they're all, at the bottom. So hopefully they will start coming up now. So we have to look for a set of stocks that you feel good, and if they're in a corrected mode or if they're fallen and the chart looks good, so just buy it. That's it. So it is just a sector rotation. That's it. Nothing else. So even for AMD, for that matter, like after 120 came back to 90s and then straight away went to 150, right? So the next target will be like 180 easily for our AMD. So it has to retest that. So 156, it is doing very good consolidation here, right?
Right.
So it has to, for us, it has to hit 185 in the next coming days. So very good support at 140 for AMD. So 185, 186 will be a very good, target. So we need to go by, in my view, so we just have to go by the stocks, what you have in your portfolio, review it, rotate it, and, or put your strategy in order to, support, keep it profitable. That's it. Or at least save your capital, right?
Right.
So look at the nice resistance and support for AMD. So, it really is support and resistance for sure.
Right.
So we have to go by that. There is no, like, we can't say the market will tank at this moment, but individual stocks are anyway tanked.
Oh yeah, they have crushed them. It literally
everything is
if you look at SPACs, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This looks like there is a bottomless pit.
Right.
Although there's nobody there to defend it. I mean, that's how it is happening. I think it's all about, it looks like somehow well orchestrated, you can call it, Just go after the ones, but nobody comes to defend it. Keep pounding it down.
Right.
Last 20 years, SPACs have been the pariahs. Okay, this is the only year where it came up and people got into that. And again, it fell down. I don't think it's coming back.
Right.
Yeah. So,
okay. Yeah. So let's see what Wall Street Bets guys will do. And 2022.
I don't know whether really they have so much money though. That's one thing too.
Everybody has got money. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and
thank you once again.
Happy New Year once again, and a good trading year or investment year for 2022. Okay.